This is The Party with Serene
and Pearl.
Get it right, Poddy.
Welcome back to the best podcast in Prim Springs. Am I right?
It is the best podcast in Prim Springs.
Because it's the only.
This episode is going to be so fun because...
Actually, it's not. I shouldn't say that. Our mother has a podcast coming out of Prim Springs.
True.
Sorry, Mum. You're
Welcome
the best.
back to the second best podcast in Prim
And
Springs.
you keep saying Prim Springs, Danny, but it's the Hilltop.
All right.
Yeah. You're like back in when you used to live here, you memorized the street name.
The Springs.
Yeah.
Hey, this is going to be a fun one because...
is.
How many podcasts are we going to have to get done soon? Because I'm going to Scotland.
Yeah.
I'm going to Scotland. We're the land of the pottage.
Yeah, Serene.
Land of what?
So all of you guys, I got Serene to watch this show called...
Oh, don't say it. They'll all send me to hell.
You watch it with Vid Angel.
But they won't hear that. They'll just hear the name of the show and they'll send me to hell.
No, Outlander.
It's apparently
Is it a bad-
disgusting.
Well, it has a lot of sex scenes in it.
And I wouldn't know because I brought the VidAngel little app and I plugged my phone into the
VidAngel.
VidAngel app and we got to list. We said take out immodesty, took it out. Take out sexual innuendo, out. Sex scenes, gone. You can just say everything. You can even choose your brutality. We left in the war scenes. We got to see that. But I tell you what, it's
Choose your
all the
brutality.
beautiful Scottish hills and Scottish highlands.
But you interrupted me because I said I encourage her because I think the show is epic. Okay, so I didn't, I'm not as prudish as Serene, but I don't love to watch soft pornography, and that's really what it was. I think it was way over the top. So we skipped those parts. But actually, Mike, it was your mum that told me to watch Outlander. It is incredible, guys, and it's based kind of loosely on true
Don't
history.
watch it because of us. You'll send us to hell.
No, they can get VidAngel if they're offended by that.
Yeah,
and,
get VidAngel.
And but anyway, it's our clan. So we come from Campbell's, and it's all about the Scottish Highlanders. But Serene got so obsessed with this show, she believed that her and Sam
Oh,
were
yeah.
the two main characters in a way.
Yes,
come
you
on.
did.
Come on,
Yes,
say
you
that.
did.
No, stop. What I loved about the show was it
Yeah.
celebrated. With so much weirdness out there today. It celebrated long haul marriage. It celebrated the fine wine. They were more in love. I'm yet to see the rest of the season that's they're working on right now, but they were more in love.
Yeah,
I don't
love
know how
that.
many years in than at the beginning, and they're just the depth of their love. They're
Yeah.
loyal to each other. They were flesh of their flesh and bone of their bone. They were like if one died, the other one wanted to die. They were just so entwined in the depth of their soul, and I loved that. It was inspiring. It made me feel inspired.
It was for me too. I love the love story. I think
And
it's
I
the most
love
beautiful.
the masculinity
Yeah.
because the men were really rough.
Yeah, well, yeah.
and I like that. I'm just ready for men to be men again.
Yeah.
I
And
don't
so it
know
was
about the
inspiring.
rough thing, but yeah, it's
Well,
very
it just
masculine.
mean that they could fight for their woman.
That's true, they did.
I'm sorry I shaved before. We had photos.
But anyway, all that to say, so Serene was so inspired by Scotland, and Sam was too. Because we're off
We're
Scottish
Scottish
heritage.
too. I mean, inside my ring it says "Do not forget."
Yeah, so she's going to Scotland for her anniversary. They've never been on an anniversary trip before.
We've gone to like an Indian restaurant once every 4 anniversaries. We're really bad celebrators.
We are too.
Yeah, so we're going in like 5 weeks.
Oh,
Yeah.
We're bad celebrators.
But it's fine wine. We're going to celebrate fine wine. So it's going to be
hot.
all hot and spicy.
Hot and spicy.
Because we're in this new season of our marriage where we don't have any baby in our bed. And we're instead of mourning it, we're really celebrating.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you gotta move on and celebrate your season.
Well, and
Yeah.
to notice the reality around you.
Yeah.
I mean, that's part of it. You can customize what ought to be. If it isn't, it isn't.
Yeah.
And when you accept that and lean in, you find this thing that actually is, and it's more beautiful than...
Oh, it's so
absolutely,
beautiful.
Yeah.
absolutely.
Or not
Danny.
more beautiful, but it's its own beauty.
But
It's kind of like...
when you see the beauty
Yeah.
of your new reality, maybe it wasn't what you dreamed and hoped for, but God gives you new dreams and hopes and fulfills you with so many things in each new season. If we could only open our eyes and see them, and I love that Serena's doing that.
I'm so
She went
excited.
through a time where she was contending and believing. She had 4 miscarriages in a row, and I know, Serena, it could still happen, but you wanted to end with a baby in your arms.
I wanted to end strong on that, but guess what? I'm just so cool with what God wants.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to enthrone my dreams, you know. And so I
Because
thought,
he didn't say in the Bible, Serene shall have a baby when she's.
Yeah,
It wasn't
know.
that.
You know?
When you say end, you meant like on your deathbed?
No, I just wanted to end my
Fertility.
fertility season with a live baby, not loss after loss after loss after loss. But
Yes.
I just decided in my head, hey, what is God doing here? He's given me this gift, this beautiful season. Like we have always had a very, very, you know, hot and spicy marriage, but our arms were full. Our arms were filled with babies, and we had one or two in the bed at all times. And all of a sudden, it's like, there is something beautiful here. We have more time for each other, and we are going to
And it's not
rock
just
it.
the bed, but you just guys are really
Oh,
just.
yes, it is.
You guys are just really, you know, and that kind of happened to me and my husband too. We grew closer as the new season changed, as we kind of became empty nesters, or you're not empty nest, but as the children can just be on their own a little more. It's like if you don't become best friends with your spouse,
Oh,
it's
you got to
gonna-
see
it's
what
gonna
you
be
got.
sad. Yeah.
Yeah, because when you get into that
And fall in
zone,
love all again. Find out who they are all again.
yeah, because you're in this. I hate to say it this way, but unless you really, really contend, it's easy in the child rearing years to become business partners.
Yeah.
To where you're just having meetings
Yeah.
to like get through the week
Right.
on like what's the standards? Are we on the same page? Like, what are you telling the kids? What am I telling
Yeah.
the
It's like
kids?
ships passing in the night. Sam and I, we're so wanting to get to just the core of who we are again. We're like, we've got to go get out all our old love letters from when we first
that's
started. Well,
sweet.
before we were even married. Like, we wrote heaps and we've all saved them all. We're like, we're just going to get the whole box out and pour over it.
I
It's gonna
saved
be
mine, but
fun.
mine burnt in the fire.
Oh, that's
But hey, we
sad.
need to get to Serene's off to Scotland. So we need to get to this party, which is funny. Someone sent this to me, and she's like, I was looking up something on Trim Healthy Mama, and all the Google searches on Trim, you know, the most commonly asked
Autofill.
questions
Yeah.
come up, right? And this was it. And so I gave it to Danny, and I thought we should answer them. If these are the ones, this is hilarious. If these are the ones being asked.
This is what people are wanting to know about Trim Healthy Mama.
Well, here it is. We'll tell you.
All right, so let's hit these. I want to hear. But guess what?
Yeah.
Unexpected, unannounced. Our next special guest is calling in.
Who is it?
Stephen Lamar. How are you, brother?
Who have I got on? Is this Danny?
It is Danny Valdez.
Oh, dude, it's so good to hear your voice. Every time I see a picture of you, I smile. So,
Oh, you better hug this neck.
and I'll tell you, Danny, any time I'm in a room with somebody where your name comes up, we always smile and start laughing. We're like, Danny.
Yeah,
So
probably
anyway,
laughing
I
at
cannot-
me.
That is
Tell
not
him he's
true
on the
at
podcast.
all. We're laughing because we love you. You bring a smile to everybody's face. I really am looking forward to seeing you, brother.
You're the face smiler.
I am a smiler. I cannot deny it. It's the truth, but so are you.
All
You're
right.
the sarcastic smiler. I'm kind of like the goofy grin smiler.
I'm the angry child masquerading with a smile so that no one knows that there's a monster inside. Hey, we're on a podcast, so I love you, and I just wanted to bring you in on another episode.
Listen, have one of the gals give me a buzz as soon as the party's over. I really need to speak with them importantly, man. I love you, Danny.
Will do. Love you, dude. Peace.
Brother. Bye-bye.
So, questions people are asking, Trim Healthy Mama. First one is, how many Trim Healthy Mama cookbooks are there?
Cookbook. Okay, let's count the first one.
The first one that was like had no real recipes in it, just said chuck this with that with this.
Yeah, no pictures, but we'll count it. That's one, and then out came the official cookbook. That's two.
Yep.
Then
came the,
Trim Healthy
table.
Table. That's three.
And then came
the
the
one by
Future.
Rashida. That's four.
And then came the dessert one by Esther. That's
It's
five.
five. But then we also put a starter book out, and we put recipes in that. So
That's
that's six.
Okay, and then books other than recipes book. There's the Trim Healthy Plan. It doesn't have
Yeah,
recipes, but
no.
it is part of
Six
our
cookbooks.
published books.
Get on with it, Dan.
Is Trim Healthy Mama a multi-level marketing
Yes.
company?
Yes.
Yep.
We send people
We've been-
out.
we've been
and
hiding.
and we say we will give you like special Tupperware.
I'm on the
if
diamond
you,
level.
Like get like, yes, you are.
I'm Diamond.
No, we're not multi-level marketing. I would like to
You would like
say
to start
nice
it?
things about multi-level marketing. But
I actually think there's some good products in MLMs.
There are some great products.
Like,
but
it's just that it's very forceful. That's all.
outside of the great products are even better businessmen who know how to rake in in moolah.
But it's just the ones at the top that get it all. I don't know. Anyway, so we're not MLM, no.
Next question, Dan.
What was the first Trim Healthy Mama book?
Trim Healthy Mama.
Yeah, it's just Trim Healthy Mama.
But
Fat
you
600
can't buy it
page
anymore
book.
apart from used because we took it out of circulation. We thought, well, we did updated books. So even though that one was it's still mostly sound, stands the test of time. There's just little things and that we tweaked and we thought, Yeah, you can get the ebook. That's true, the original. Some people, that's their favorite to this day. It was too long, it was too wordy, it was too
We fought
chatty.
all the way through.
But it's just their favorite.
It was basically a potty book.
Yeah, you like
It
the
was
potty,
much
you
more
like
real
the
and
first
raw.
book. Yeah.
Yeah.
You hate the potty, you'll hate our first book.
Okay.
But I don't know why you're listening.
I keep
Okay,
checking
Dad.
my watch as if the battery isn't dead for like
Dan,
3 years
I feel
now.
a lack of energy in Dan's voice right now. Do you need
He
coffee?
didn't. No, he didn't have enough lunch.
Oh, yeah.
All I had was the rest of Pearl's
Is
lunch.
that all you've had all day, that Pearl thing?
Yeah.
That's sad.
I can hear it declining.
It's upsetting.
Can you hear the dopamine declining out of his brain?
Yeah,
The dopamine declining out of his brain.
it's even see it in his face.
What are you talking about?
He's wilting. Keep going,
I
Dan.
think
It's
I'm
just
Keep
fine.
going,
slower.
delicate flower.
Do you
I
notice
think
it's slower?
the
You have to kind of
energy-
we're going to have to push the lawnmower.
But you, since you've gotten on hormones, you're very hyper. I noticed that you have.
Yeah, maybe
Do
it's
you
you.
notice she's got more intensity, guys?
No, I just
Oh,
think...
look at Ben's face.
I
He's like,
don't, I'm not on testosterone.
I know, but you've just got a lot of estrogen.
Ben, are you testosteroning? What are you pointing at her for?
He's saying she has.
I have no testosterone in me.
women...
It's
Now, I've
estrogen.
heard
I
women
do, I
feel
take-
awesome with
Yeah.
some tea.
Oh, I'm about to. I want to. Just my doctor won't give it to me yet. He's reining estrogen in, and then he'll add it.
But
too.
you might... I mean, you're not going to go like Hulk woman.
Oh,
or
it
No
anything.
doesn't
woman are.
hulk you. It
If
doesn't
you
just-
Hulk out,
yeah.
I'm going to talk about it.
It doesn't get you hulked out when you're a woman unless you take man levels, and you have to block your own estrogen. Then you'd be doing really weird things.
Yeah,
so
don't-
it's not that. I don't want to do that.
Hey, when women are young women, Danny,
like, who are you talking
Danny,
to?
do you know that women make a lot of testosterone? It's our second primary hormone. Do you know that young women, we make 1/10 of what men make? So think about it. If you're a young man and you're making like 1,100, women are making like 110.
Yeah.
And do you know what happens in menopause? Zero.
Zero.
So
That's
you
why
need to
women don't
you
have
need to take
libido.
So you
testosterone.
do need
You
some
just need to
testosterone.
take it
Need.
to like a nice level. Yeah.
Yeah.
You need to
I'm-
restore it to what you felt when you were a young woman, when you had libido, when you had energy, when you could build muscle. But it really shouldn't be taken
When
on
you were
its own.
feisty on a podcast.
Your estrogen needs to come and make sure your estrogen. How did we get onto this? And we're asking
No,
about
it's important.
MLMs?
It's
Okay.
important. I think it's...
So, some people, they understand the benefits of testosterone for a woman, and then that's all they do, and that's lopsided. So you need your estrogen and your progesterone, but you do need your testosterone.
Oh, I'm all about it.
One of my fear, and I still feel, as far as I know, fine. Who knows? I may take some hormone replacement therapy
Yeah.
and be like, whoa!
You will if you're
One
our
day,
friend.
Dan, you will.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but my fear has always been, if my baseline is here, I need to be doing all the natural things I can to boost it. Because if I start getting on HRT, and then I'm hooked for life, right? But is that okay
Yeah,
to
but
stay
are you
on?
going to eat for life? Are you going to eat your veggies for life?
Yeah,
Well,
Well,
the point is, Danny,
You're
Just
going
do
to
your
take
thing.
vitamin C for life if you have a cold?
probably.
this is the
Yeah.
point is, once you get to your testosterone gets kind of, when you go through andropause as a man, it's a slower decline than woman's menopause, but it's decline and it happens.
Yeah.
It just happens a lot longer, through a lot longer period of time. But once you are declining, when your testosterone is doing no good for you because it's like a woman's level,
Yeah.
yeah.
then why would you not?
Why would
Nothing you
not?
can do, like
But you have to inject it, right?
No,
you
can
do
rub
gel. But what's wrong with
it.
injections?
Rub it on the scrotum.
Okay.
What's
Let's
wrong
relax.
with injections? I give my estradiol through an injection, little sub-Q, boom.
Oh,
My husband's injected for years. Next question.
I don't like needles.
Danny, then rub it on.
So many people take needles these days. That's all
Don't be a
semaglutide,
baby.
terspitide. It's all a little sub-Q. People are on their jolly insulin
you
because of their
can't
diabetes.
even
It's all
feel
injections.
it. If you don't, you can take a cream. But don't be babies. No babies.
I think he needs more testosterone. A testosterone-rich man would say, "Give me the needle."
Where's the needle? Hey, it's in a Scottish accent.
Yeah.
with a kilt.
Inject it
into my
eyeball.
Where's the needle? Well, that's not the way you do a Scottish accent.
Do it, Danny. Do a Scottish man asking for an injection.
Scotland, man. Me wants me needle.
In the eyeball.
In me eyeball.
That's a little bit.
Inject it directly into the skull. Is that right?
That's
pretty
great.
good.
So when you finally have to get on testosterone, you have to do the accent, and then you'll be able to go through with the needle.
Everybody I know is on testosterone.
Good for them.
And your neighbors are.
But you
And
don't
your
want to do it if
dad
you still
is.
long to have children.
Then you go on Clomid.
You don't Clomid.
If you still want to. Oh, because
Yeah.
the tea's messy with the
Well,
kids.
Except you can take HCG with it, but and then when you come off, you can directly.
Some
have
people we
children.
know went on testosterone, their husband, and they still had a child. It's just highly more
It's-
improbable.
Yeah, more improbable. But unless you take Clomid, but
Taking artificial test.
It's not
whistled through
artificial.
my
It's
teeth like an old man.
bioidentical. Your body sees it as absolutely identical as its own testosterone.
But
It's
it makes it hard to have kids.
Well, no,
yes,
it's just
because
you're
it
not.
turns off your own body's production. So the sperm goes
Sperm.
off for a while, right? But because you've got this testosterone coming in, your body says, "Oh, I don't need to make that."
It's like a free vasectomy.
Exactly.
But you can't count on it
No, you can't count on it. No.
because a little wiggler may get
Yep,
through.
wigglers.
Hey, you know what I heard about these wigglers, by the way?
Yeah.
Is that it's not just the fat.
We
This,
are the worst.
look, this idea has been that it's the fastest sperm makes it first, right?
Yeah.
But what?
It's the
Well,
best
it's this
sperm?
idea. No, there are
Permeability,
electrical
isn't it what it's called?
impulses. There's unique signatures. It's a selected one. It is a compatible one. There is some unseen
That
things.
your egg
What book are you
knows?
reading?
Yes.
I believe it.
No, I want to know the book.
I gotta find it. It's
Oh,
recent
you know it
stuff,
too, Ben.
but it
Because you
is-
just inseminated your wife and had a baby, so you had a good. You got a good one, yeah.
Yeah, but it's this idea that there's electrical signals and chemicals happening,
Wow,
and there's
I love that.
communication, and the egg is selective.
See,
Oh,
how
that's
can you
cool.
listen to this and think there's no God? You see,
Yeah.
it's just too incredible. The design
Yeah.
is just too intelligent.
And out of like potentially millions of sperm that are
millions.
flying at this egg, there's one
Except if you
unique-
have twinsies.
or two to potentially 8 now. Unique signatures, though. It's a unique DNA signature. I find that fascinating. Who owns Trim Healthy Mama? I can answer that one. I do. And they work for me now.
Well, we call it the four core. So Serene and Sam and Charlie and I are the main owners, but actually we have just a couple of people that have worked for us in forever that's kind of were there at the very beginning that own small pieces of it too, because they pretty much gave a lot of themselves into
Lifeblood.
helping form this company with us. Yeah.
And still do.
Yes.
Yeah. Was that the answer?
Yeah, four core basically with
Yeah.
With some
Me,
Grady's.
John, Leslie, and him. Okay. This one's good. Can you eat bananas on Trim Healthy Mama?
yes.
It's so funny that would be come up after all these years. I do understand why.
I
though.
eat banana
In
almost
our
every day.
first book, we were a bit scared of bananas.
Why?
And that's why we
'Cause
put it
they're
out
carbs?
of production. We thought that they were a bit spiky on the blood sugar because we were scared of white potatoes back then too, because we came kind of from...
Look how it haunts you. You can't get
I know,
away.
can't. What, 11 years later?
11 years later.
And still, can you eat bananas on Trim Healthy Mama? We said... We said at the beginning of the book, maybe have half a banana and see how you do.
Do you know why? Because we came from vegans.
Yeah.
A vegan lifestyle.
Yeah.
And we used to sit down. We didn't have steak, so we'd have like 10 bananas for dinner.
Yeah, well, I remember sitting down and
That's
eating
wild.
4 bananas.
So it was basically our alcohol. So we were like Alcoholics Anonymous.
You let 'em rot?
Eat bananas like carefully because you don't know if you're not going to go and eat 20.
I've done that before with bananas because they are so convenient to just
Yeah.
eat and they're so easy baby food to eat.
Yeah.
And in my mind, I'm always like, this is monkeys do this, and that's fine.
Yeah, and then just peel and eat and peel and eat.
Yeah, they just eat
I
all
have a
these
child
bananas.
like that. I actually have to hide the bananas. If I just put a bunch on the countertop, I have a child that would just eat a bunch
Just
in one
swipe.
sitting.
Swipe or no swiping?
Yeah, and it's like you can't even see that. You just see the hand going close to the mouth and the whole thing's done. It's like
Oh,
a
Yeah.
cartoon.
really?
Yeah.
Will he then like yellow poop up his back to his
I
neck?
don't check his poop.
Oh, it's an older child.
Well, he's 8.
Hey,
That's
so
awkward.
but no, we say because bananas are a little more sugary than other fruits, we don't suggest more than one at a time though.
Even for people
people. I mean,
working.
like,
Well, yes, people.
I'm
I've
saying-
had a very large banana or a banana and a half before.
I mean, yeah, it's not going to kill you, but we suggest keeping them if you're going to eat
That's
high
always
sugary
after a workout.
fruit. Yeah, but if you're going to
Yeah.
eat high sugary fruits, and you know who you are, we're all different.
Yeah.
But generally, one is about, and then have some other food. Don't just sit there and eat banana after banana.
No, I agree. 100%
Yeah.
agree.
And where's your protein? Okay.
100% agree.
How to lose weight fast on Trim Healthy Mama.
Well, that's an oxymoron because the whole Trim Healthy premise is slow and sustainable, because fast weight loss gives you fat loss injury, and
Yeah.
then you're up to no good.
So please don't.
the
I mean, like
scientific
I
term.
would speak, whoever typed that in, I would
Yeah.
say,
It was
please.
Karen from Minnesota.
Don't try to lose weight fast on Trim Healthy Mama. You will hurt yourself. I mean, yes, at least we've got carbs, protein, and fats in Trim Healthy Mama, so you won't hurt yourself as much as you could on other diets. And at least we've got meals in there and not skipping them. But you'll still hurt yourself if you lose fast. If you're going to lose more than about a pound a week, and even that's pretty fast,
It's fast.
honestly.
I consider that fast.
Things happen.
Yeah.
And what happens, and I've described it here before, is your fat cells get injured, and this is new science, okay? They always thought, the scientists knew that as you gain too much weight and you gain some inflammatory fat layers and you get some obesity about you, that your fat cells become inflamed, and that they kind of get owies on them, and so out come your macrophages.
It's almost like scar-like. They
Yeah.
thicken, almost like a scar.
Because your body kind of coats them. They think, oh, you're in pain, I'm going to coat you with this Band-Aid. And so then they thought, yeah, you don't want to gain too much weight. It's bad for your fat cells. They don't act like they used to. They become too thick. Well, then they discovered if you lose weight over and over, and especially
That's
if
what
you do it
thickens them.
fast, this thickening occurs, and it almost occurs worse.
Because your body's going into this emergency
Yes.
state to keep the fat,
So
the fat.
very
like-
slow, I mean, losing weight is good if you need to. And you don't want to become like, we're not going for skinny, we're not going for light, we're just going for healthy. And if you need to get to your healthiest weight, let it happen at its pace that it needs to. It won't be a sexy pace. It won't be like, oh my goodness, look at
Yeah.
you losing
What
weight
have you
so
been
fast.
before and after in
No,
But
3
your
no, no.
skin
weeks.
gets hangy with those fast weight losses. When you do it slow, your body has time to
Yeah.
absorb tissue and to do.
And I'm telling you, that's the problem right now. Yes, the drugs on the market right now, Ozempic, which is semiglutide, and Mounjaro, is that how you say it? Mounjaro, whatever.
Tirzepatide,
It's
yeah.
just tirzepatide. They have a place. They can be game changers, right? Because they help your insulin work better. But they are being abused.
They're made to be fast, and they're not made to be
Yeah.
fast. People are making them, give them fast weight loss. And what happens though is people are losing their bums. They're
Yeah.
getting saggy faces because their skin
no.
can't keep up with this fast weight loss, and their muscle gets catabolized because they stop eating food.
And right, and all these studies are coming out now and saying, oh, when people go off these medications, they gain the weight back and they gain it faster. Of course. Why?
'Cause
They
it was
lost their
super
muscle.
fast.
Yeah.
And so they didn't protein fuel, they didn't eat meals because they thought, hey, this medication is allowing me to fast. I can skip lunch, I can skip breakfast. And then in the end, their muscle declines and their metabolism gets shot.
So
So
semaglutide and tirzepatide are actually fantastic
Yeah, if
medications.
needed.
If needed and used wisely. And
Yes.
how to use them wisely is do them low, meaning low dosing, and slow,
Slow.
meaning
Low
you
and
don't
slow.
titrate up unless it's very slow, bit by bit, so your body gets used to it and you don't lose your full appetite.
and you have to use 4 protein fuelings per day. And that's
Okay.
crucial.
So we can remember it with the phrase low rider, because my Mexican people,
Yeah.
they do it low and slow. They lower their cars, their 69 Impala.
Yeah.
They lower it down and they drive slow
Low
through the
and slow,
neighborhood.
babe.
Low and slow.
Yeah.
So, I've been hearing a lot about semiglutide because it's new.
It's been
Yeah.
around a bit, but it's
But
Been
it's
around it.
just-
It's kind of everyone's kind of learning about it now. We were kind of on the semaglutide thing about 2 or 3 years ago when it first came out. Went to a conference and we're discussing it. And Serene, it's actually kind of personal to us because
Yeah.
Serene's one of the very first adopters, started using it, and it has been game changing for him. But Serene has found how to do it wisely to keep his muscle, to keep his metabolism.
It's not semaglutide or tirzepatide's fault that
It's
people are
not.
losing muscle. It's not. It's just that they're just stopping eating. And, you
or
know,
they're just eating not enough.
Yeah.
They've gone too high and
Does
it
it curb
suppresses
your
it.
appetite?
it suppresses appetite.
Absolutely.
It makes you offended at food with terrible
Oh.
dosing. But if you do the right dosing, it doesn't.
Yeah.
And we
Okay.
know other people that have had a lady who works for us.
Mm-hmm.
She kept it low and slow, and she has more muscle now.
Yeah.
And she never stopped eating her meals, but it just took away the crazy snacking, the
Yeah.
psycho snacking, and it helped her blood sugars
Yeah.
get stabilized, and it was a game changer. It can be a miracle drug. You just have to be very responsible with it.
We
yeah,
know-
and you can't. So many people are abusing it, like out there. Like I'm on the group. Like I've followed this medication for quite a few years now. I'm on the groups, and I've encouraged people to get on it. Trim Healthy Mamas that write into me that need it. Not everyone needs it. Like I wouldn't take it. It wouldn't be right for me. But those that have tried everything else. Now, to me, whenever there's a need for it, I also straight away know that your thyroid needs to be optimized and your sex hormones need to be optimized. Okay, you're going to do that. But also take the medication. That's great. But I'm telling you, a lot of people out there that maybe aren't doing Trim Healthy or just eating wisely, they're eating a meal and it might be the same meal that they used to. Maybe it's like burger and fries, right? But they'll just eat a small part of it. And so they're not even being nourished with real foods, just smaller amounts of junk foods, and their bodies are going into chaos.
Yeah.
So you didn't gain weight overnight. You don't need to lose it overnight.
Yeah, and I love what you said, Danny. I'm always reminded of it. One potty here, we were sitting here, and you said, you know, we're not into microwave methods. When we talk about foods, like food is so much better and richer, slow cooked, like meat, for example. You microwave a piece of meat, it's hideous.
It's a horror.
A
It is
horror.
a horror.
And it's fast, but it's not the best way. And if you do microwave weight loss, it's fast, but it will be...
You will gain it back.
You will, and it's going to harm you, and it's not going to even look good because you're going to lose your muscle.
Yep.
I'll tell you the best meat. Hot coals. Raise them up near the meat. Sear both sides. Once that's done, lower those hot coals. And I'm not talking about a gas grill. I'm talking about cowboy charcoal.
Yeah.
Lower it down to the bottom. Slow cook it for around 10 to 15 minutes, depending on how pink you want on the inside. And you're basically...
Hold on, just can we stop right there?
Slow cook for 10 to 15 minutes.
I'm loving that you're the meat man, and you just
I thought
took
you were
over,
going to say
but-
lower it under the ground for 15 hours like we used to in the hungies.
Yeah.
You know, in New Zealand, the Maori people, they actually put it in the ground for a good...
And I love that you were so macho
24
and like
hours
I'm the man
sometimes.
and I grill meat. But hold on, can
This was his example.
we have
of
another
slow
word
cooking.
for slow cook that's not?
Here's
10 or
what you don't
15 minutes?
understand is that when you sear a steak, I'm not talking about
You seal the
the
juices
rump
in.
roast.
Yeah.
When you sear a steak, it's just about done. All you're doing now is
I
smoking
get
the
it.
rest for 10 to 15
Okay, now
minutes.
explain this different than a microwave and...
Because a microwave,
Will be yucky steak.
it
His
vibrates.
steak is
What a
good.
microwave does, people are
Yes.
terrified of microwaves, okay?
Yeah,
but
I'm
what a
not.
microwave actually does is it causes particles to vibrate and
shan't be
move
good.
at such a high rate
It's chaotic.
that it creates heat.
Yeah.
There's no... John, I feel like John has leaned forward. Did he lean? He leaned.
But he will hate the microwave and
He leaned
and
forward.
I know it doesn't matter because guess why?
Why?
Serene and John will forever hate the microwave. I
Yes.
use it to heat coffee sometimes. I'm not going to cook a
I did
meal in
yesterday,
there.
yeah.
You know,
No, I'm not
cooking
cooking
a
a meal.
meal, but
No.
heating something, I just figure I'm okay.
You're vibrating molecules.
But all that to say, Dan,
Now,
you're
yeah.
saying your steak turns out great like that. Can I add something to it? And it wouldn't if you microwave.
You
That's
wrote a
what you're saying?
cookbook, not me.
Okay.
Please.
Can I tell you something? Whenever you sear meat on the grill,
Yes. We're going to
add a
talk
little bit of
carcinogens?
rosemary there because do
Okay.
you do it? It will
I
take away
haven't.
that charred glycination and
But I liked it charred.
yeah, you could keep the
Yeah.
chard. If you add the
But
herb
God made
rosemary,
rosemary.
it counteracts the chard. It
Yeah.
does
Don't
not
you hit me with God.
Yes, how I
Don't
got
you
that
call
rosemary.
God in to get...
carcinogenic. You've heard that the black
Calling
parts.
God in everywhere, mate.
You've heard the black parts on the meat are carcinogenic, right? The studies have shown that they
Yeah.
can promote cancer.
Yeah.
Cancer.
Yes, they can promote cancer. Okay,
You need
if
a long
you
cigarette.
Put rosemary, dried, fresh, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
It counteracts it because
Seriously?
it's such an antioxidant.
It's amazing.
And it counteracts the char. Go look it up.
That's interesting.
Ain't
Next
making it up.
question.
As you're grilling, though, you sprinkle the rosemary on.
Sure.
Yeah, or before.
Or you can make a chutney
I do it on
afterwards.
every piece of meat. Like everything that I want a little bit of
Isn't that
brown
interesting?
on, golden brown, anything, always rosemary goes
Because the
on.
char is a nice little thing.
Nice.
Are we sure it causes cancer?
Hey, I let you do your own study
Hey,
in
just
your
take
own
the
time.
rosemary just in case. Next question. Next question.
We're talking about steak now. I want to camp for a little bit. All
Yes,
right.
you're hungry.
I'm so hungry. Oh, that's what it is. But my energy is not low.
He's just very slow right now.
It is high. It is low and
Next
slow.
question.
All right. Can you eat bananas? I'm just kidding.
My goodness.
Where do the Trim Healthy Mamas live? None of your business.
We live
They live in
an
a house.
apartment
Next
in New
question.
York.
Okay, so you guys have heard us talk about the Hilltop. It's not a commune or a cult, well, even though it is. No.
We have our own husbands, our own,
Our own
our own
husbands.
fences.
Your own refrigerators?
We
Oh,
don't.
busted.
We did kind of share these children though, because we
Yeah,
all
we
live
shared
on
children.
But you're related.
cousins, right?
Try this with your
They
friend.
did come home. No,
Yeah.
oftentimes they stayed at each other's houses the night. They all ran through the woods and played together. And our sister Vange lives. We all actually own parts of this property, but it all kind of
It connects.
It touches,
Connects.
but
It
it's your own
touches.
parcel.
And so our children just ran through the woods and played. They had a great upbringing. So it kind of seems culty. And Serene had lots of children. Vange did, but not because we're a cult. They just wanted them. I
No.
had 5, and that seems low.
No, I'm not doing it for any
So
number.
I'm like half
I
cult.
wasn't doing it for any number. I was doing it because I like babies since I was born.
She loved the babies.
My
Yeah.
husband liked
She loved the
babies.
babies.
We would have way more babies. I mean,
Yeah.
we have 4, but if Lisa wasn't on her deathbed every pregnancy,
Yeah.
we would never stop.
I know.
Yeah,
Because
so
we love the
fun.
babies.
Yeah, but
But
ain't
we
no
don't
fertility
push. Well,
cult.
but anyway, so it's called. It's actually this area is called Prim Springs, but we call it the
details.
Hilltop.
Those you're telling them now, and they're
I'm
going to
not
come.
telling them our address. Hilltop.
Oh, it's a small
Everybody
town.
knows it.
Everybody carries guns out here too, boy. Hey, you remember when the reality TV producer showed up and wanted
Yeah.
to like create a tale of
Yeah.
like cult
Yeah.
living and stuff?
Oh yeah.
That was
I
fun
do
times.
remember that. But there's another much more famous than us person. We're not going to say her name. Lives in this
Lots of
on the
famous
hilltop.
people live on the hilltop.
And I told the story on the potty once. So there was some stalkers coming around, but it wasn't for us.
looking for
But-
people way more famous than us.
Yeah, and there is a long, big fence, a rock fence, right? But my property has a black fence, but then we've got this rock mailbox, and there was a car parked outside our property, and I was walking past, just walking down my driveway, and there was someone like taking pictures.
Oh, nice.
And like snapping, and then they came back and they did it again. And I'm like, probably not for me.
You felt pretty cool for a
You
second.
came
cool
back
for
and you
a sec.
start like posing
Yeah.
for it. You start doing like the thing like Hollywood people do when they
Yeah.
pretend the camera's
Yeah.
not on them, and they're like, it's like, how'd the cameraman get to a boat in Ibiza out in the middle of
And
the
they
ocean?
knew it wasn't me because I waved, and no one would wave if you were that famous.
Yeah. You're like, stop.
So even though we're out in the deep country, it's lovely land out here, and you got to
love
go
it.
this far out to stop feeling the pulse of the city and to start feeling the peace.
Oh, it's beautiful.
I'm going to do an impression of me when I see a camera in public.
Yeah.
All right, that's the camera over there. And I'll just be like doing my thing. I'm like, just being like a normal human. And then all of a sudden I look over and I'm like, and then I'll look into the sun. Sometimes I'll look away and I'll be like,
Like you're so intelligent.
what's over there?
Yeah.
You know? You know?
Yeah.
And you can work with the wind if you're outdoors.
Yeah.
Wind's blowing this way, you can turn a little bit and be like, man, my neck's kind of little
Is
stretch.
this because people recognize your voice from the
They do,
from
from-
from the radio
you know
stuff
what, you know
you've
what,
done?
you know what happened at Target?
Taco Bell ad.
You know what happened at
No,
Target the
it's
other day?
not. It's not Taco Bell. It's Chipotle.
Yeah.
You were the
He
voice
was
of
Taco
Chipotle.
Bell too.
Not were.
No, you're still
You were
still
Taco
the voice
Bell.
of Chipotle.
You are Taco Bell too.
No, I don't do Taco Bell
You
just because
did.
I'm Mexican. I've never done it.
There was.
And they're not Mexican. I did get recognized in Target the other day
For your voice.
just for the voice.
Oh, what?
Yeah, I was telling my kids to like shut their pie holes too. And this lady comes around in her cart and she's like, "Are you Danny?" And I was like, "I am." And she's like, "I just heard your voice an aisle over." And she was like, I watched I at the time listened to the Trim Healthy podcast.
Okay.
And everyone loves to tell me that I am nothing what they pictured. I'm nothing like what
and
they
is that
pictured.
what she said?
That's what she
How
said.
do they picture you?
I think they picture me in their fantasies. Yeah, like in their fantasies.
Do they think you're better or less good looking?
No, I think they picture
in
Thor.
reality?
Yeah, I think they picture Chris Hemsworth. They picture a big man with a beard, and when they see a small Italian feminine fit, they're just
You
like,
are not feminine fit. Stop it.
they're like, this isn't
You
what we
shouldn't
ordered.
be saying that about
You
yourself.
know, you order a steak and it
Hey,
comes burned.
medium Dan.
Medium rare.
Medium rare
Listen,
Dan.
I bet you the disciples were
my
just your
goodness, I've got
size.
to add something right now. You know,
Let's not.
disciples.
We missed what she said.
Hey, they
I
did some
bet.
pretty like gutsy things.
I bet the disciples were just your size. That's what mommy tells baby when he loses at the baseball game. You know what, boo boo? I bet you Jesus's favorites sometimes lose and they have to grow, but they become big and strong.
Yes.
But this, like, that's how you encourage like a little church kid.
Yeah, I was going to say, okay, remember we did few potties back, we talked, can you be overweight? Oh, my eyes are streaming. Overweight and healthy or underweight and healthy, and we talked about BMI.
Yeah.
And we
Yeah.
said BMI shouldn't go by it totally, but it can be useful in certain situations. Like, don't be too low, you're losing bone mass. Don't be too high, but, you know, other than that, everyone can be different BMIs. They just came out, and they're abolishing BMI.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh,
which
yeah.
is a good thing, I
Yeah,
think.
because it wasn't
But
thorough
they
enough.
said it's because it's racist. But they have a point.
Yeah, they
Guess
have a
why?
point.
That's
They
fair.
do have a point.
Yeah, more
African
ethnically,
American,
yeah.
like
Yeah.
your son, who's from Africa, he has
Yeah.
more red muscle.
Oh,
It
like,
makes
Yeah,
him heavier.
yeah.
they
Yeah.
are. They are. They
There's
are.
a bone. I thought you were going to say bone density.
Well, that affects the more red muscle you have, the heavier your bones.
Yes.
No, it's true. Culturally, certain cultures are blessed with different strengths and gifts.
That's
Yeah.
so true.
So I
mean-
think they have a point.
That's fair.
yeah.
I mean, I'm not trying to be racist, but the Olympics games on the sprint field,
Yeah.
you get an African person next to like genetics, next to a white guy. You're gonna. I put my money down on the African. dude.
100%
Like
of
it
the
just
time.
you can see the bummers
Well,
right
it's
out there with
the-
a powerhouse.
the
man.
powered legs.
Oh, yes.
You know, but then you go to the swimming
Clear
pool. I put my
advantage.
money down on the Norwegian.
The Norwegians.
The Australians
Australians
do
are
well.
great, yeah.
Australians do well. Come on, go!
Now you
Aussie,
started by
go,
saying I'm
go.
not trying to be
Oka,
racist.
oka.
You
Yeah.
kind
Yeah.
of slid right in.
No,
though.
no, because I reckon you celebrate the strengths and the gifts.
No,
we
you're
don't
right.
want to all be alike.
You're right.
I celebrate the
Serene has
differences.
Maori in her. She has what you call the Mongolian spot. It means that you have
okay.
the Polynesian blood in you.
Okay.
Yes. Hey, can you do
So
the
what does
next
that mean?
question?
I'm good for you.
You're good for looking like you're quite Polynesian, which
My
is a good
people-
look.
I thought you were going to say I'm good at the thingy.
The poise.
My
the hula.
people win no physical competitions, but you should see us at poetry.
yeah.
Are you calling yourself Italian or Spanish now? Which one? Because I know you go between.
It's a little of both.
Whatever
Yeah,
you
because
about
I
half
was
and half.
thinking, I was trying to see the Mexican guy with the burrito and the poetry.
Yes, we are orators.
You calling yourself Italian now?
I think so.
He doesn't know. Keep going.
Next question: is Trim Healthy Mama the same as keto?
No.
Oh, wow.
It's absolutely not the same
so
as keto.
different.
We have certain meals that can look like the entire keto.
but they're even then they're different. Okay.
They're different. Yeah.
So keto is low carb, always low carb. They put some little non-starchy veggies in here.
They're very low to medium protein too.
Yes. So Trim Healthy has some S meals. We also have E meals and fuel pill meals. E meals are your carb meals, so we love carbs. But our S meals are different to keto meals too,
They are.
because we celebrate
Protein and more
protein
veggies.
and more veggies.
And I do want to say
We
this.
never limit veggies ever.
We also have another meal called a crossover that celebrates carbs too.
Yeah.
And so,
we've got 2 carb meals.
we love carbs.
Here's a good one. How old are Serene and Pearl?
22 and 28
Yep. Not a day over 30.
Okay, 52.
and 46.
Oh, you're 52? Mm-hmm. Come on
You
now.
still wanna hang out
Why
with
did I
her?
not know that? Mrs. Pearl.
Mrs. Postman O'Pearl. Keep going.
She's Mrs. Wise.
Why did I think you were
No, mate. We are just celebrating our fine
guess
wine
I've
years.
Do you
Never-
know the 60 is the new 40? Is that how you meant to say it?
I don't know.
I don't know.
No,
Orange
it's
is the new
true.
black.
I'm
Banana's the new
just trying
tomato.
to say, these
What?
days you can be 60 and be as young
Oh,
as
by
40.
the way, my husband's 67. He's 15 years older than me.
Yeah.
Next question. What do you remove before eating a banana, like a pacifier?
Who?
Oh, you
Why
remove your cream.
Remove your
If you want
socks?
to lose your weight,
Okay.
you take you take the peanut butter off if you want to lose the weight.
Yeah, or just
That's
have
what
one
she's asking.
teaspoon.
Yeah.
Okay, what this person's saying
No, there's
is
no one asking.
that was a
This is
if you
Google
go to
Yeah, this is
Google,
summarizing
Yeah.
the
Google's
thousands
saying
of people's
yeah,
questions.
thousands summarizing what thousands
Okay.
of people have
Okay,
asked.
you know.
So that means that
What does that mean? Are you sure remove?
They just say
The wrapper?
what doesn't go well with a banana.
I think that's what they're trying to
everything goes
say.
well with a banana if it's healthy. If you're at goal weight and
Okay.
you're happy to stay there.
You're right.
If you've got weight to lose, you don't want a bunch of fat with your banana.
So you put gobs of peanut butter or like half a cup of heavy cream. No, that makes the banana stick to you rather than help you be a burner.
I don't know
So
why it
you
hit
just
me
do
like a
one
riddle.
teaspoon of peanut butter, or
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A riddle? Like, what do you
But
move?
that's what
you're
we're
like,
here for.
Next,
Here for
Danny?
the riddles.
Next, Danny.
I thought I was going to say, like, the peel. You know?
Yeah.
Anyways. Okay. How many calories are in a trim healthy mama?
Huh?
How many are in you, Pearl?
Is that
How
the
many-
question? How many calories are in a trim healthy mama?
This-
Meal.
Welcome
In
to
a trim
AI.
healthy mama
Welcome
meal.
to the day of AI.
Oh.
We don't count calories, and they could be more or less depending on the meal you're celebrating.
Yeah, so let's just take 1,800 to 2,000 calories, right? That's probably what the average woman to stay at her weight
A day, you're
would
talking about, yeah.
a day
Okay.
would be eating if they're kind of okay. But let's take 1,800 2,000 calories and put that into a young man who's weight training, who has a lot of muscle. He would literally starve and die and lose his muscle mass even on that many calories.
Yeah.
Let's put those same 1,800 to 2,000 calories in a postmenopausal woman.
Sits at a desk all day.
Sits at a desk, doesn't strength train. She has lost a lot of her microbiome from a lack of estrogen. Her thyroid function is struggling. She can't do 1,800 to 2,000 calories.
Yeah.
I mean, what causes someone to
Waste
lose
away.
weight causes another person to gain weight.
So that's why we don't count calories. It's
So
all
each
subjective.
person is unique, and really what we aim to do is raise our thermogenic temperatures so we actually can go up in calories in the end. Raise our bodies to where they have muscle. Raise our thyroids to where they're working through carbs and through optimization of thyroid hormones if needed. Raise our microbiome from veggies, from sweet potatoes, by all those things.
go, girl.
Cause ourselves to be burners so
Yeah.
that we can get up to that 2,000 mark and not have to do that every day, but we can burn 2,000 calories, baby.
Oh, yeah. What's our good old Viking cousin eat? Her husband swears she's 2,400 at least,
Yeah.
2,800 or something.
She's a strength trainer.
Yeah.
She's tall, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're just saying some people just don't just talk to the people
Yeah,
that
exactly.
are like talk. There's going to be people out there that think, oh, so maybe my 2,400, 2,800 calorie diet's too much. No, it might be
No.
perfect for you.
But we don't love having the same every day anyway,
No,
because
yeah.
that's just like, I think we should naturally change up.
yeah.
But anyway, yeah.
Another banana question.
Really? Really?
Really?
Hey,
What is the
what's
healthiest stage to eat a banana?
Of a banana, do you think?
I
Or
think
stage
they
of
mean,
life?
No. Yeah, right around 40 is when we start our bananas. No, I think they mean like if it's gone black.
Oh, okay. Well, there's different reasons. After a workout, the best type of banana to me would be the nice and ripe one. If you're just going for gut health, it'd be the very, very green one blended up in a blender because you'd hardly be able to chew it.
Because that's a prebiotic. So
Yeah.
a green banana is so healthy because it has, what are they
Yeah,
called?
prebiotic.
Green banana
Yeah,
flour.
resistant. It's resistant starch.
And so it's so good for your gut, but I think it's foul. It's disgusting. I hate green bananas.
I freeze them when they're green
Do
like
you?
that. If I want a probiotic
Yeah.
smoothie. But normally I let my bananas just be perfect. Which is
I hate them with too
yellow.
many brown spots. I
No.
like yellow with just two spots.
Yeah.
Faint spots.
Yeah.
And that's perfect. Well, how do you like your bananas, Danny?
Medium well.
Oh, so you like a few brown spots?
Here's what I have to do as a father is I always have to eat the bad banana.
Oh, okay. So no one else is? You're like, we're not going to waste money
You're
in this
like,
house.
I paid for this. I worked hard.
Somebody's got to do it.
I talked my
Yeah.
head off at the party for this banana.
Yeah, somebody's got to do it. My boys are taking my underwear. I'll just
Are they really?
I'll bareback it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so, but you can could you eat a banana that's quite brown? Like a significant part of the yellow has gone and there's a lot of brown.
You know, I've given myself permission as I left the poverty mark in the United States to pull the squish part off.
Okay,
But back
so
in
if
the
it's
day,
good,
I'll
but
just be like-
you'll eat anything. You'll eat anything that's kind of. Okay, so what I do when they get that bad, throw them in the freezer and
Yeah.
then use them for baking or smoothies. Because I can do a
Right.
squishy in a
Or do
smoothie,
you
I
know
just can't eat it.
the 1 teaspoon of tahini drizzled on top really helps that over sweetness?
I can't do it if it's overdone.
I don't want it either.
If it's overdone, like it's
Can't.
gone into the black.
It's no, then it goes in the freezer, and then what
Freezer's
my mind
fair.
doesn't
Next
have to see
question.
it.
I don't want to talk about bananas anymore.
I know. People
bored.
are.
I
No
love
one's even
banana-
watching.
You really look
at this
bored
point.
too.
No, I just want the next question.
Yeah.
That was it?
We're done.
What? Well, let's talk about bananas. I'm not ready to go.
Hey, do you monkey style from the bottom, or do you pop
Oh,
the
it's
top?
very important.
Oh, it depends on the banana.
I have to not ever pop. You could squish something. I can't do any squish. You cut, and then it
that's-
opens
You'll get a
it
knife out.
perfectly. Yes.
I would
You're
never
so
get a knife
spoiled.
out. But you feel it first. You go to do the normal monkey pop. You go to do it that
Yeah.
way. If it has any give and it's
Yeah.
squishing the top,
Back.
you go to the bottom and
Yeah.
open it that way.
No.
Oh yeah.
You'll just squish it forever.
Yeah.
Neither way.
You can't go back and forth and back and forth.
I'm
That'd
going
be
to
bad.
just change your life by the knife trick.
No, that's like
Cut,
Ooh.
and then everything is perfectly firm.
No.
Pearl, we don't have that kind of money.
the beauty, Dan.
You don't own a knife.
Dan, the beauty of a banana is the fact that you could have it at the bus station. You could
It
have
is.
it like.
Just a bus.
It's in its own wrapper.
I mean,
Who
what?
catches a bus?
Well, if I get out a knife, that whole fantasy is
Hey,
gone.
you want to? Hey,
Eating a
smell a
banana.
bus seat.
Like Forrest Gump at the banana at the
You ever
bus
smelled a bus
station.
seat? You'll never catch a bus again. Turn
It
around.
has been peed on more than once.
Oh my gosh.
Or is it-
You know, people are like, it should go back to the garden. No one wore clothes. Bus seats. Public transportation. We don't need to go back.
When we grew up in Australia, that's all it was. You didn't need a car. It was just public transportation. It was
Yeah.
great.
That was where we lived on the Gold Coast.
When we go to Mexico, Mazatlan, we don't
do
need to
buses.
get a rental car.
We
It's
go
just
on the
bus.
bus.
It's fantastic.
You sit on a bus seat in 2023 and oil squishes out the side.
Ooh, what
Oh.
is with that?
Oh, it's
Really?
like a public
Have you seen
pool.
that?
Like,
Have you seen that?
No, it's just in his head. He thinks that. When
I
was the
feel
last
it.
time you took a bus?
I've never taken a
Yeah,
bus.
see, he's just here.
See, buses are great, Dan.
I
And
took
I,
a-
I won't get a knife because I want to eat my banana or have the fantasy of eating a banana on a bus.
I just need to ask you before we close, because right now we're wasting people's time.
Okay.
Have you ever done my knife trick?
No, I
have
just
you
heard
ever
about it.
eaten a banana on a bus? Because I have.
No,
It was a great memory and I
Have
want
you
to
ever danced
repeat
with
it.
the devil in the
but
pale
have you-
moonlight?
Have you ever done what I'm talking about, Serene?
Never. I will not.
You have to.
I will. It's so old.
Leslie,
It's-
have you ever done what I do? See, Leslie and I know things that you guys don't
Have
know.
you ever eaten an avocado in Manhattan?
You have to clean the knife, Dan. Then you got more
No,
to do.
there's not. Nope. You put the knife back in the drawer. I call it not
You-
used. Yes.
Put
Yes.
the knife back.
Because it doesn't really touch the banana flesh. All it's doing is cutting a bit of rind.
Yeah, that rind has stuff on it.
Yeah, but it's good stuff for your gut.
Have you ever had a Fanta in Coahuila? No, you haven't. So
Have you ever had a pasito and palmas de noth?
this isn't real.
This is going bye bye.
You're nothing